Well, if you've been watching me on a regular basis, this has been one of the things I've always gonna hate to be talking out on a daily. So, I've talked about it on a daily ever since Kobbie Mainoo came in through and really featured into the team of Man United in the Premier League game. I warned you that the Euros might not be far away for this guy to be part of the 23-man squad that the English national team manager is going to name to go and play in the Euros 2024 down in Germany. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Hope you guys are really having a fantastic day wherever you are. And we're here to bring you this story. And it's really important to note that we do strictly Man United and we don't do anything else apart from Man United unless otherwise Manchester United is talking about a player that plays for another team. That's when obviously coming through and really do that comparison and really show you why we need this guy. But the rest is Man United. So smash the like button, comment and share. Let's see close to 200 likes with this video and don't forget to subscribe. How do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. Now, it's really a pleasure to have everyone here and to be talking to you, and I just feel concerned about this because I'm the pioneer of this. I talked about it. Gareth Southgate has spoken about it. Dimitar Berbatov has come out and given his go about it. And Chris World, I think, has come out and really broken this story that maybe the English national team is looking at Kobbie Mainoo to fly him to Germany to obviously do the needful. So we are talking Kobbie Mainoo to Euros. Now, who was the first person that came up with this story? It was none other than Gary. It's called Gary Bailey. It's called Grammy Bailey. He said, Gareth Southgate is considering calling up Man United's Kobbie Mainoo to his next English squad in March. So, first and foremost, England is playing its next match in March. That is the English national team. Remember, teams last played in the qualifiers and international break, I think, towards the beginning of December. Ever since then, teams have not been playing any game in their free. So it's rumored that Gareth Southgate is tempted to obviously bring in Kobbie Mainoo to be part of the squad of England in the two international friendly games they're going to play down there. And for me, it doesn't sound like a surprise for me. Do you know why? I know exactly why he's really looking through this. And England has gone ahead to be having very many players. They've gone ahead to give their debuts when they're still young. I think the youngest that has ever gone ahead to get a debut is Theo Walcott. You know, he was taken to the World Cup. I think he was like 16 or 17 years of age. That was in 2010. You know, they took him to, was it 2006? I think it was 2006. I think they took him to, was it Germany? They took him that side. So I really understand that it's not going to be the first time. You know, when you look at Jude Bellingham, at the age of 18, 19, he played in the World Cup, you know, for England. Saka, I think he went to the Euros in 2021. He was like, yeah, but I think he made his debut when he was a little bit younger. And Kobbie Mainoo is just 18, and trust me, he's worth that debut because in that midfield of England, trust me, he beats very many players. To be sincere, I play Kobbie Mainoo in the double pivot with Declan Rice, then Jude Bellingham ahead of them, or Kobbie Mainoo ahead of them, and Jude Bellingham playing the double pivot with that guy, because I think Foden is a talented player, but he is not better than Jude Bellingham and Kobbie Mainoo. So, him being considered by the manager in the games they're going to be playing next month, the manager of England, I mean, it shows you how far this guy is going to hate to move, and it shows you how good he has going to hate to be, and the levels at which he has going to hate to put this at. And I really credit the manager of England for really isolating such a very good talent. Sorry, for really getting this talent and really try to bring it and see to it that he gets going. Because if you are benching Amrabat, you know, that is a very huge message. If you are benching Eriksson, Christian Eriksen. Who knows Christian Eriksen? Everyone knows him very well, one of the best passers of the ball in the world. If you're benching him as Kobbie Mainoo at the age of 18, that shows you how good you are. You are good enough to be in that English national team. And trust me, if he plays in that double pivot and that midfield three of England shifts from Anderson, Calvin Phillips, to replacing those two with Kobbie Mainoo to play alongside Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice, it's going to be a different team altogether, because they'll be having three players in the midfield that can really create a lot of magic for the side they're really playing for. So I just can't wait for that moment. And trust me, his debut won't wait for long. The moment he gets himself there, obviously, he's going to be really played, because if at all Rico Lewis has been given his debut, then this guy deserves his too. And I think it's a matter of him not stopping playing good and being into the starting 11 of Man United. If he continues to be in the starting 11 of Man United, there is no way he's not gonna play for the English national team. I know that there is pressure. Ghana wants to obviously get him into the Ghanaian national team. That's impossible. No player like Kobbie Mainoo who has chances to play at England can cross to go to the African national team and really change the identity. Other players you are seeing playing in Africa have been abandoned by the English national team. Even the same applies to France. All those players, that you see are playing for Morocco, they are playing for Algeria, they are playing for Ivory Coast, Senegal, when they are born and bred that side, they've been rejected by that side. But every player who really has a chance to get into that team or the national team of that team of that particular country where he was born and bred, trust me, he doesn't cross back to Africa. Mbappe hasn't crossed back to Cameroon. Zinedine Zidane never crossed back to Algeria. Rafael Varane never crossed back to Algeria. Karim Benzema never crossed back to Algeria. When you look at England, they're really having players who are really good at football, and they're not going to hate to cross their side. Mason Greenwood, Jamaica. Jude Bellingham, Jamaica. Jordan Sancho, Jamaica. Ivan Toney, Jamaica. All those are Jamaicans, but they've not going to hate to choose to play for Jamaica. You get? They're not going to hate to choose to play for Jamaica. That is it. So let's see, what does the manager have to say about this? This is the manager of the England national team. He has said, he has said the following about Kobbie Mainoo. I think he's doing brilliantly for a young player. He has an excellent time for Manchester United. I'm not certain he's necessarily going to be a defensive midfielder as such. He's quite a progressive player, but he's had a fabulous start to his career, and it will be good to monitor him as we go forward. So he has gone ahead to obviously add him to the list of players he's really monitoring. That is a huge plus for a guy who came in through just last year, and it looked like would have gone ahead to make it already into the English national team this all the previous year, because Ten Hag had already gone ahead to make a decision that this guy was going to be starting in his team, but he got an injury when you're playing against Real Madrid in the preseason tour in the US. Remember, he had bossed Declan Rice in the midfield of Arsenal, and that game when you're playing Real Madrid, he collided with Jude Bellingham, and he really saw himself really get off the field of play, and he has just gone ahead to return. That is Kobbie Mainoo himself. So the manager is really having a different narrative altogether, that he sees him more as a progressive player. And I think he's a progressive player because he's only played into that CDM position when Casemiro is out or Amrabat. But you've seen the coming in of Amrabat or Casemiro has gone ahead to give him a lot of allowance to play into the up front positions of the pitch, and you've gone ahead to see to it that in the previous 3 games we've gone ahead to play, he has gone ahead to score 2 goals. It shows you that he has a lot in his progressive play. By the way, when I saw him in the academy, I saw a number 10. That is it. But Ten Hag is seeing a different kind of player, and Ten Hag is seeing a box-to-box midfielder in Kobbie Mainoo. That is it. But the manager might be seeing a number 10. You get? But he has gone ahead to start monitoring him, meaning that he now keeps a keen eye onto the player and he knows exactly what to do. And for the Euros, he's one of those that has to make a very sounding reason for obviously going ahead to play in the Euros. And I believe he's going to represent, he's not going to shame anyone, and he's not going to shame the shirt of Man United, because Kobbie Mainoo is just a player that you need to obviously believe in, that he's really that good talent that you have to side with. So that's all about Kobbie Mainoo and what the manager of England had to say about him. Now, let's hear from the legend of Man United, Dimitar Berbatov, So, let's see what he has to say about Kobbie Mainoo and him being included into the England squad and being monitored by the coach of the national team of England, and whether it's okay for him to be taken to the Euros. This is what Dimitar Berbatov has to say. It's exciting to watch players like Kobbie Mainoo. That's what he said. Especially when they have such a huge talent, but one step at a time. Don't jump when you need to walk fast. Let's not get carried away and start talking about Kobbie Mainoo being picked by Gareth Southgate and going to these summer's Euros with England. Obviously, Ten Hag trusts Mainoo and knows how to manage him, so everything else will follow in time. We need to just enjoy what's happening now and not get carried away just yet. Let Mainoo play. I know why he's going to hate to do this. They just want to create a higher ceiling for this lad. They just need to show him that you need to do a lot to obviously go there. However much you're a quality player, you still have a lot to do to see to it that you get there. And that is what they're going to hate obviously say to Kobbie Mainoo. So, I think he's right and doing the very right thing. That's why you see to it that when Alejandro Garnacho was shortlisted on the Argentine national team squad that was supposed to play in the World Cup of 2022 in Qatar, and Ten Hag was asked about it, he said it was not right. But I think for Garnacho, it was not right. He really had a lot to do, to learn in his game. But I think right now, it's a different narrative altogether. I believe it's a different narrative altogether. Kobbie Mainoo has proven, to me, if you can play in the midfield of Man United, you are worth playing in the midfield of England, because the English side is also struggling. They are struggling with players, And such quality doesn't really come always. It comes once in a while. But Kobbie Mainoo is a special talent. We've all gone ahead to accept it. And I think I would play him on any day. We saw Wayne Rooney at the English national team at the age of 18 going to the Euros of 2004 in Greece. Was it in Portugal or Greece? One of those countries. And they went ahead to obviously really see him play. And he scored like 5 goals in the tournament. Paul Scholes, they came in young. Ashley Cole, they came in young. The Gary Nevilles came in young. You get? Jack Wilshere came in young. So, they've gone ahead to be having massive talented players, but those massive talented players have not been having a very good manager. And I think the problem I'm having with the English national team guy is how he handles these players, how he picks his team. But I think Kobbie Mainoo has all what it takes to start into that English national team. 18 years of age, he's proven at Man United, and in the more games he's going to play before this month ends, everyone is going to get to know that this is the guy that everyone is really looking at, and he's going to make changes. And the moment he steps in that English national team, he won't really get out of that team. He's being coached and managed by one of the best managers when it comes to really coaching young talent. That is Erik ten Hag, and I think all will be well. So, Mainoo to the Euros. What do you make about it? All that and more into the comment section below. First video of the day I've come in late, but I promise you I'm gonna compensate you with lots and lots of stories. We out.